Hey guys, what is up? So right now it's pre-season 8. New runes just came out a few patches ago, and I took the time to make several new rune pages for you guys. Just a disclaimer, just to let you guys know, I'm not saying all like there is a best rune that you should take. It all depends on your playstyle and all that stuff, and what you think is good for you. I'm going to be explaining a little bit about the rune pages and what I think is good for certain matchups. Alright, let's start. Let's start with the Domination tree. So for Domination, there's only one good Keystone, and that is Electrocute. Hitting a champion with 3 separate attacks or abilities within 3 seconds will deal adaptive damage. So it's basically a nerfed Thunderlords in a way, but I think it did more. I think Electrocute does more damage now. So before, when Thunderlords was still here, you just had to auto Q and you'll proc it, but now you had to do like auto Q E or something like that. So it's basically a when you play Ahri with Electrocute, you basically don't have a Keystone until you like level 6. So yeah. For the tier 2, sudden impact or cheap shot, but I prefer sudden impact because you get 10 lethality and 8 magic penetration for 5 seconds when you use a dash. So if you use an ultimate or you use your flash, you can get that buff. For cheap shot, you'll have to land your E, and I would rather take the guaranteed lethality and 8 magic pen for just hitting a couple buttons. For the tier 3 rune, Zombie Ward or Eyeball Collections, I would say is preferred. Uh, Ghost Portal is kind of iffy, but with Zombie Ward, if you place a ward down, say like a control ward or not a control ward, your regular ward you get at the beginning of the game. If that dies, you get another ward for a minute, and I think that information is really helpful. For tier 4, Relentless Hunter or Ravenous Hunter. But I would say Relentless Hunter is way better than the other two because you get bonus movement speed for each bounty hunter stack you get. Alright, so I'm gonna be explaining the secondary tree for this. Uh, each rune pay or each keystone is gonna have like 4 separate secondary picks. So I'm gonna be going over all of them too. So Triumph and Presence of Mind are pretty good. You can change between any of them. Triumph gives you 12% of missing health and grant an additional 25 gold, which is pretty good. Or you can take Presence of Mind because like after a team or when you're in a team fight, you get a kill, you get your mana back. The tier 2 on the secondary tree does not seem all that good for Ahri. And I would say the only thing good for tier 3 is the Coup de Grace because you deal 9 more damage to champions who are less than 40% health. It used to be 10%, but then they nerfed it to 9% for some reason. That makes sense. So here is the second page from the Domination tree. So this is the sorcery secondary tree. You can take Ultimate Hat, you can take Mana Flow Band, you can take Celerity. Transcendence is good, but you can only get the CDR after you reach level 10. But I prefer Celerity because you gain AD or AP based on your movement speed, and you gain 3% increased movement speed. And for the tier 3, I would say Water Walking is more of a roam kind of style. Gathering Storm, it's pretty its own. So it's not. I'll say take it if you think the game's gonna go on for like forever, which I feel like it's not going to because all the games are like pretty fast in this preseason. And Scorch is really good in lane because it's like a burn. Alright, so wait. Ah. Unprofessional. Okay, so here is a third one. So for this secondary trait, it'll be talking about inspiration. So inspiration, you have a lot of choices. You can go biscuit delivery, go perfect timing, go hex flash. I actually haven't tested out hex flash with E with her charm interaction. I should test that later. Magical footwear, you could take that, but you'll get boots at 10 minutes. But I prefer getting boots way earlier than 10 minutes. Futurist market, you'll get your items like way quicker and all that stuff. Mini dematerializer, this is very very situational, I would say. Cosmic Insight is for like increasing your CDR to like 45% or something like that. Approach Velocity is like only when you hit your charm. That's basically it. I will not take this at all. And here's from the Resolve tree. So basically, the tier 1 you cannot really take unless you can take Unflinching, but I prefer any of these right here. So I would say take these when you're against a matchup like Zed or Talon. Then you take it. Then you can take Iron Skin. Or if you're at LeBlanc, you can take Mirror Shell. But if you don't know who you're going against, like say you're against a Kali, you can take Conditioning. But any of these are fine. Overgrowth and Revitalize you don't really need, because Overgrowth you're just gaining 0.2 maximum health for every monster or enemy minions you kill, which isn't that important because you'll be gaining health from items like Leandries or something like that. Second Wind, I would prefer it because it gives you more sustain in lane. Alright, let's move on to the 5th page. Alright, so I'll be talking about the Aery portion from this video. So Aery is a little creature thing that damages the enemy when you throw an ability, or you can shield allies, whatever. It used to be a lot stronger, but then it nerfed it. But I will still take it. It's like one of my favorite Keystones because it's guaranteed damage in lane, but then it falls a little bit off during like the mid and late game. All right. So for tier 2, any of these are fine. Like, really, if you get to LeBlanc, you should take Nullifying Orb because it's basically like a little hex drinker. Mana flow ban, you can conserve a lot of your mana with this. This is actually one of my favorite tier 2 Keystone or tier 2 masteries or whatever. Ultimate Hat, if you want to reduce your ultimate cooldown by, what's that, 5%? I would say it's not that important because your ult cooldown is already pretty low. So I would say either Mana Flow Band or Nullifying Orb is pretty good on Ahri. Transcendence or Celerity is good, same thing. Scorch, yeah, I like Scorch. Alright, let me charge my headphones. Same explanation for the precision. Alright, for domination, oh shoot. Alright, so here's the domination side. You don't need all this. You don't need cheap shot is, you know, charm, sudden impact, guaranteed stuff. So yeah. This is interesting because you can combine Nullifying Orb with like the resistances right here and with the second wind, and you'll get a lot of sustain in lane. So for inspiration, you can take perfect timing for the stopwatch you get when you're going against Zed or whatever, or Talon. I think this is pretty good. Stopwatch is like one of the best items right now in game, in my opinion. Alright, so here's Arcane Comet. Arcane Comet is a comet that just gets hurled down to the floor when you damage a champion with an ability or anything like that. Not from an auto attack. I would not. I don't like to take this Keystone because it's not really guaranteed damage, and as I heard from LS's video, anyone with like 200 movement speed or higher can basically like dodge this thing. So if you like Arcane Comet, just take it. Same explanation for the tier 2 or tier 2 to tier 4 master keystone things, and same thing for the secondary tree. Let's just move on. Here we go. So this is I thought I just built just like a half an hour ago. It's a KleptoAhri. So since KleptoAhri, Klepto Gangplank, all the stuff, have been using Kleptomancy, why not Ahri? So you can like just like throw out your Q auto, you get like a ward or whatever. Pretty good. You can interchange any of your secondaries to whatever is the situation, all that stuff. And the last one will be Glacial Augment Aery. So you can slow enemies with your auto attacks and all that stuff, and you can also get like a ray on the floor, like a laser beam, if you buy items like Proto Belt or GLP, or you know, stuff like Gunblade. That's pretty good if you think about it. You know, you slow the enemies and all that stuff. It's just for fun. Klepto and Glacial Augment are just like fun things to try out. But like the Dominate, but Electrocute, Aery, you know, Comet, they're pretty much the only thing that our mains kind of take now. So, alright, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Press the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Just a reminder that I'm not saying there's one Keystone mastery that you should take. All of them, that are fine. Play to whatever you like and all that stuff. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace.